right, Top 97, number one for hip hop is TT Torrez, and our favorite girl is here, Mary J. Blige. How are you?
I'm good, TT. How are you?
Good. How you feeling? Because I know you gotta be exhausted.
I'm tired. Yes.
You had such an amazing week, and I went to the Super Bowl. Like I was there, and I kept asking your label representatives and your A&R guy. I kept saying, "How is she? Is she okay?"
Oh, thank you. Well.
Yeah, because I noticed like leading up, you was working so hard. The album Good Morning Gorgeous had just dropped. I saw you on like Good Morning America, and then I saw you on everybody's radio show, and I said, "When does she sleep?"
I get some sleep. I barely got any last week though. And by the time Super Bowl came, I had to get one full night before it came. And I mean, I was good though. I was good that day.
I felt like for you, me personally as a fan, I felt nervous for you, like anxiety, like, oh my God, like, and I don't know why. I'm like, I'm just a fan. Why am I like?
Because we always feeling anxiety. Everybody was panicking backstage, yelling. I'm yelling at their assistants, yelling at this person. Come on, why? It was just crazy. But you know, once we got out there, it was fun.
Did you do something to like hype yourself up, or like did you meditate the day before? Like,
no, I just prayed with everyone before I went out. And that helped me to have some energy. And once it was time, it was time. Now it's game time. There's no need for worrying now and stressing.
Do you still get nervous though performing?
I was nervous before that performance.
Sometimes when I do a big interview like today, I knew I had you. I get so nervous still. 22 years in the game, I still get nervous. And this is probably my third or fourth time interviewing you throughout my career. And for whatever reason, people think it's still like, you know, because you're a professional, you don't have the bubble guts, but I still get them. Like,
yeah, I get them too. Like, yeah, even before like a show, like the Barclays or something like that, I'm still back there. Like my stomach starts on me. Like clockwork.
Yeah. And then my team knows, like, oh my gosh, she's nervous. Especially like Summer Jam, like when we have to go out on that crowd. You've been to plenty of Summer Jams. It's like, oh my God, you get so nervous. But as a performer, you guys like have to be, you know, heels and dance moves and like vocals there. So that stress is like 10 times more than just a radio personality.
Yeah, preparation is everything though. You know, once you prepare, when you get there, there's nerves, but there's not nerves that you will fail. Yeah. You know, there's just nerves of just going out on stage. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Speaking of Barclays, for our Girls Giving this year, we went to the Mary J. Blige show at the Barclays. It was like 20 of us. We did a girls' night out. We did dinner.
Thank you so much.
And then we did a 20 girls. We did a suite, and we had the best time of our lives at your show at the Barclays.
Thank you.
It was just, we sung every hit after hit. And I think the reason why women love you so much is because you get to speak for us. You know what I mean? Like, things that we're going through or whatever we're feeling, it's like you put it in a song and it's so relatable. Yeah. And for all these years, you have never negated your fans. And that's commendable.
Thank you. I mean, it's me, you know. I'm human, and how could you not relate to another human being telling their truth about something?
Your organic self.
Yeah.
And that's why we love you. You're a legend. You're an icon.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And, you know, we have to do everything in our power as fans and as people of the culture to hold you up and always be there for you, support your music, support you culturally, because, you know, you've broken so many barriers for women of color just in general, you know, and by being your authentic self. And that's why we as a culture have to always be there for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I need it. Yeah. I need more than y'all think I do. I need it. Thank you so much.
It's funny because we all know through your music that you like went through a whole journey, right? But I got to watch a documentary.
I love that documentary.
Oh my God. I'm just surfing on Netflix. I'm like, oh Mario, I gotta watch that. You know, my ex-wife loves you, my new girl loves you, everybody loves you, and they're like 15 years apart. So like you're like,
thank you.
You have like this big range of like different like demographics.
Yeah, because I think my generation was a generation after you, but we grew up on you. I'll never forget my mom had us in church, right? So all we ever listened to was gospel music, Pentecostal church. And I remember having my CD player, and I put my headphones on, and I had got DJ Clue's Professional. However it came on, and then I was like, what the fuck is this? And then when you came in on that hook, I never switched from hip hop then. I went from wearing skirts to my knees to rap music, and my mom was like, who is this girl?
Wow. That's deep.
Crazy, right?
I have
crazy.
all your vinyl, every
Thank
single
you.
piece, every single, every album. And I remember I was learning how to DJ, and I would take the acapellas, because the singles would have the acapella on it, and I would blend it with like hip hop beats, because it just made so much sense. 'Cause you're so hip hop, also. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
It's the perfect blend.
impacted so much. Like as soon as you came out, it was just like
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thank
Like, so,
you.
love it.
I've always been a hip hop head before I was even Mary J. Blige, the singer. So that all came with me.
Yeah.
And then when I met up with Puff, it was like he already knew what I was, and he, put me in the studio with Mark and Corey Rooney, and the Audio 2 sample was the song. We was
Man,
dancing to that
that-
like maniacs in the hood.
Wow.
So, growing up. And then that just became a part of my legacy, Real Love.
Real Love.
And the Bismarck. The first one was the Bismarck with the with You Remind Me.
Right.
That was a song on the Strictly Business soundtrack.
Wow.
And we was Bismarck into that. and then Puff put that in my face. So, we was destined, me and Puff, to do what we did.
Yeah.
And wow.
It was so iconic in that documentary. You said you always protected that little girl, meaning that small Mary J. Blige girl. Do you still feel like you have to protect her?
Yes, I do. I have to make sure she's safe. I have to make sure she can play. She's playing now.
Yeah.
She's outside having a good time.
Ooh. And we could see it though.
But I have to guard her heart because she can get hurt.
Yeah.
I thought it was super impressive too. Like the way you explained how you made the My Life song, because it's so ironic that there's times in my life that like I go through things and I sit there and I kind of just try to like laugh it off. I'm like, my life, and I do it not even knowing that I'm singing your song.
Wow, yeah.
It's so crazy. But then I also how you got it from the original.
Yeah, Roy Ayers, yeah.
Roy Ayers, and I actually have that vinyl also. So, it's amazing how like you explained it and how you like took it from there and made it your song. But I still say it all the time, and I'm like now every time since I saw the documentary, now when I do it, I think about you instead of thinking about myself.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Was you afraid to open up so much in that documentary?
No, I had already opened up on so many levels from the My Life album all the way up until this point. And it was just things that I was saying that was just already out there that I was confirming. Yes, that happened. Yes, I felt like that. Yes, I went through that. Yes. And just things that people were like saying were rumors and things that
Saying
were
things about you.
circulating.
You controlled your own
Yeah,
narrative.
and I controlled, my yeah.
You told your
Yeah,
story the way
exactly.
you wanted to
I
tell
controlled
it.
the narrative.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I love that because it takes evolution to get there to that point.
Yeah.
And I love your circle of friends. I love to see Angie and Rent Money and Misa and like I feel like that's your safe haven to have that circle of girlfriends who no matter what you go through, they keep the vault closed and they don't judge you. How important it is to have that circle of
Extremely
friends.
important, especially when you're in a business where everybody has something horrible to say or something positive to say. It's nice to have friends that you know really, really love and care for you. It's nice to have family because you just don't know who's coming with what, who's real. You just no new friends.
Yeah.
Just what we have right here is good.
I saw
You know?
y'all on one of your milestone birthdays. I saw y'all on a yacht and a bikini, and y'all was like having the time of your life. I was like, man, I wish I was a fly on that wall.
Oh man, we when we get together, boy, there's nothing that we like. There's no limits to
Yeah.
our love. There's no limit to our fun.
There's
And
no
limit-
jealousy.
none of that shit.
Yeah.
we laugh hard, we cry hard, and we're not under each other all the time, and we
Yeah.
understand what that space means. That's love.
Yeah, that's true love. It's like me, like my best friend Jonta. I use that as an example. Like when we were growing up in this industry, I wasn't afraid to be who I was in front of her and make mistakes, and she guided me through them or not. Or she just knows me so well when to step in and say something, when not to step in. When, girl, I know that wasn't gonna work out, but I was just letting you do that for the time being.
Yeah.
I was watching that interview with you and Angie, and I sent it to Remy, my best friend. And that relationship reminds me so much of me and her, like how we came in this business so young. We were like the generation after y'all.
Right.
And we kind of watched y'all grow up in the business and wanted to like kind of be places that y'all wanted to be, like y'all were already in. She was the rapper, I was the radio personality. And I said that to her. I said, this is me and you telling these stories. I forgot what it was, but it was so amazing to see. And I was like, that's a true friendship.
Yeah. It's, sometimes you just need a friend to just listen. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
I always remember that. Sometimes it may not cause for my opinion. It just may cause for me to just sit there and listen, and that's what some people just need sometimes. Yeah. And when you understand a person like that, you understand what friendship means. Yeah. Space, silence. Yeah. It ain't all about you all the time. And that's what keeps friendships long. But I want to shout Remy out and Mackenzie. Oh,
Mackenzie girl.
Little Mackenzie for loving Amazing so much. And
she
I love
loves
Remy.
She's
so beautiful. And the little baby just, a fanatic about the song. That meant so much to me. So shout out to Remy and Mackenzie for all that super love.
She loves that song Amazing. She'll put it on her iPad and she'll just be amazing. And she'll go in with the ad-libs. Like, she loves that song. I thought that was so cute. I'm like, that baby is just a true talent. I'm like, oh gosh, Rem, when she get older, we gonna have to knock some boys down. So the album Good Morning Gorgeous is out right now. Rent Money video is out.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, what was the thought process behind making this album? I know I saw that you said you told yourself every morning, get up gorgeous, this and that. But what made you actually want to just continue to keep sharing yourself with the world through your music?
Well, this message alone, the Good Morning Gorgeous affirmation and where it came from and how it reeled me out of a dark situation, it led to, you have to speak it, Mary. Because I don't think we go, this is my big thing, I don't think we go through all these hells just to keep it bottled up and die and just be hurting from it. I think that it's to speak and to help somebody else heal. So, and it may not be everybody's job, but I know it's one of my assignments here on this earth. So that positive affirmation thing and how I even, arrived at that point, how I learned it, but how messed up I was before it, and how I'm healing and got some serious healing from it. Yeah, and sharing it.
Pass the
now
blessings
the
forward.
Women are healing. There's a lot of people healing from having from the same things.
How does that feel? Like, I know I see women come up to you all the time, like, and they really appreciate you. I know that has to be an incredible feeling.
Do you ever get used to that?
It's an amazing feeling. I don't get used to it because you just never. First of all, women. You just never know when a woman is gonna, because women don't really like to tell you
what they're going through.
Right. So
especially Black women, you know why? Because we've buried the burden for so long. Like my mom, head of the household, raising 8 kids by herself as a Black woman. I watched her struggle and keep struggle in silence. And I watched so many Black women just take control of whatever the situation is and have to be the leaders, whether it's in their marriage that they're not happy about, whether it's in their workplace where they just got to take the job on their back. And I think that's why so many women come up to you and be like, yo, you changed my life, because it's not that your circumstances, it's not just the circumstances that you in, it's that you have the courage to speak about it and be so transparent, which some women too.
Well, in my case, I've been going through stuff since I was 5 years old. And it's been really painful stuff. And it's okay, you either gonna figure out a way to get this out or you're gonna die, And when I figured it out, it was on the My Life album. I wasn't writing an album to speak it to the world. I was writing because I needed to get that off my chest and out my heart. And then when those 4 million people bought the album, I was like, I have a responsibility. Yeah, they're saying me too. They love this album for so many reasons, and then that became something that they gave me an outlet to speak and to heal as I was hurting and going through this industry and going through all the things. That they gave me a place to speak, and as I was speaking, they were healing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you get emotional on stage. So like, I remember the first time I saw you in concert, I think it was Radio City Music Hall. And you started crying, and everybody around me was crying. I was like, everybody crying. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? I started to feel away. Like, but
I got a lot of male fans too. Like I had a lot of fans that surprised me. Like a lot of my male peers say that I'm Going Down was their favorite.
Are you
One of
kidding me?
their
The
favorite songs.
Barclays, the
What?
guys who
I said,
took
what?
their
I play that
girls.
still.
Jay-Z said for Super Bowl, he was like, I really wanted you to sing I'm Going Down.
What? I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that too.
What? At the
That's a
Super Bowl?
fact. That's a fact.
Everybody was questioning what she was gonna do, but you picked the perfect songs to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like people were debating them. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Every black
Nah,
woman
strong
know every
songs.
lyric to every song
Strong
Mary
songs.
performed on that stage, and she knew exactly
I was
what
waiting
to
for
do."
I'm Going Down too, though. I'm not going to front. I play that in the club still every week. I play it somewhere, and I
Right.
just bring the volume down, and everybody just losing the singing. I'm just like, I don't even got to play no more. I started it. And
That's
boom.
deep, man.
I
Yeah.
love
crazy.
it.
Nah, yeah. It, was
I'm gonna
just,
send.
it
I'm gonna
wasn't
send
a
you a
time
video
for
of that. That's crazy.
Not the Super
Not
Bowl.
the Super Bowl,
We
right?
need to raise the roof. We need to do some consciousness, some party, all that. Let's go.
And I gotta tell you, at the end when you fell back, I was just like, no, she killed it. I was like, why she did that? She killed it. But and I knew the memes were gonna come too. I was
Yeah,
like, the
of
memes gonna come. I was like, oh, they killed Monet or something crazy like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yo, the memes are crazy. Like, it's so funny because
beautiful.
now it's like everything you do, you know it's gonna make the internet,
You know
right?
it's gonna be a meme. So just get ready to laugh with everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So the 30th anniversary to What's the 411 is coming up. Tell me
Wow.
about that album,
Big.
because real talk, I was talking to Shauna. I'm like, yo, we need to bring Mary back on that Summer Jam stage. You know what I'm saying? Like we need some type of celebration. So, so I'm just telling you now. I'm just talking to your team about it.
All right, that's
shooting for
fine.
that.
I don't know
Shooting our
anything yet.
Speaking of Summer Jam, it's so funny because I was going through these pictures. I want to show you. I want to talk a little bit about your fashion, right? And like I said, you've been the fabric of Hot 97 for the start of your career. So I found all these throwback. I was trying to find videos of you, but I found all these throwback pictures of you.
Oh yeah,
Can you
I love
see that
I
one?
love those those gladiators I had on and that jersey. Oh, I was all the way in my swag.
Tell me about
Swag.
this.
Listen, that was just me on some young girl hot. I don't care about
Yes,
nothing.
you can curse, you know.
Yeah, I didn't care. Like I was just all the way crazy then, and all
Yeah.
the way just.
No, you had mad swag. But look at
outside.
the shades, though. Can we look at those shades?
Yeah, I was just on that Mary shit.
All right, so tell me about this one. This was like a Chanel. Look at that. This was Summer Jam
That
stage.
was that was Summer Jam. I don't know. I guess I was just on some Chanel. Like everybody was just rocking labels then, so it was like, okay, this is my big label moment.
Yeah.
At Summer Jam.
By the way, I saw you this year at the Chanel. You did a Chanel pop-up performance. That was you.
It was
killed it.
freezing outside.
Yeah, it was so cold.
It was outside.
I was like this. Your team was like, Mary's coming. And Shauna's like, yeah, come. I'm like, okay. I'm freezing. All right, so we got it. This one is a classic Hot 97 one. Look at this. Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, yeah.
Pup. And this is you right here. Look at the denim.
Yeah, I see.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
What was you on in this one? Look at the
I don't
boots,
know.
though.
I was just chilling in that one. Just nothing.
No, I love it. Sometimes when I come up here and I see these pictures, I'm like, damn, man, y'all had some moments that you cannot duplicate in this culture. That's just so iconic. Wow. So Dr. Dre said after the Super Bowl performance that everybody went back to his house and then you played him some songs that didn't make the album. And then he was kind of like excited, like, I want to do this, I want to do this. So another Mary J album could be produced by Dr. Dre?
100%. That's happening.
Yeah.
That really
Okay.
happened.
Oh, wow.
I played, I know how to DJ a little bit. I have some DJ
Yeah.
skills. So
All right.
I started my DJ thing and I started playing all these songs and playing them for Dre. And Dre was like, oh, I got it. That's hot. That's hot. And I was like, nah, what about this? Oh, I got it. That's hot. That's hot. No, what about this? So, I went on like a little tantrum. And it's happening. That thing is happening. Like, we've been, like, I'm on him. Like, yo.
That's
You know.
crazy.
Wow. I love
Yeah.
the fact that you are still so passionate about music and recording, although like your acting career has been taken off crazy. Before Power, you was on big movie sets and like stuff like that. Like this passion for music, do you ever think that one day I'm just going to retire from it?
I don't know. One day I will, but right now I'm not because I love it. Like I'm in the thick of it. Like this is like it's just music is just everything.
Yeah.
You know, and when you to create it and to birth it and to listen back to it and give it to the world and hear what you spoke from your heart and it's just amazing. Like it's the most amazing form of communication, of healing, everything.
Yeah.
And you're making timeless music.
Timeless.
Thank you.
Timeless. Like we
Timeless.
haven't seen anybody like you since you.
That's
No.
I like that. Say that again.
No, we haven't.
Go ahead,
No.
say it
Like we
again.
haven't seen anybody like you since you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fact.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
They try, but it ain't
But
but there's no
musically, and
marriage.
also like there's no artist that all women can relate to the way they relate to you. You know, it's like you've really for the people, not just for yourself.
Well,
You know
because
what I'm saying?
thank you. It's not all this stuff is not about me. It's about everybody else. It's
Yeah.
I'm in it. I'm a vessel. I'm a tool.
Yeah.
But the
But that's-
world,
that's
women
why
are
people-
healing. Men are healing. It's
But that's why people always put you. You're like the people's champ. You know what I'm saying?
the
Because
queen,
you never,
forever.
Thank you.
you never,
Thank you.
you never said that. Like she's never been the one to like, yeah, I'm this, I'm
Nah,
that.
she
She
does not
always
boast about
just
nothing.
put it in her music, and the fans always lifted you up here, and you never negated your fans. Like you could have done pop records or this or that, but you always understood the assignment. Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
It's about the medicine.
yeah. And one last question. I want to talk just about your fashion because
Okay.
you've been killing the
Thank
fashion
you.
game. The boots, the jackets,
Thank you.
everything you wear in Power is crazy.
Thank you.
Like your love for fashion, where does that stem from?
It stems from growing up and having to not have it.
Yeah.
But having to figure out how to make those Lees work, when
Yeah.
when Lees was out with whatever the Tiger shirt you was wearing, the Tiger shirt. So it was figuring it out. And once you got the money, then you ended up on High Energy on 125th Street. And then they had the hottest whatever, that was affordable. So it was about figuring out what works for you that was affordable. Yeah. And now that you have it, you just go off with it, you know? And so, and just whatever looks good on you, whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever makes you feel sexy, not what everybody else wants you to wear, because I've had those moments of what everybody else want me to wear and it just was a disaster.
Yeah.
So fashion is about how comfortable you are, how comfortable I am, in what I'm wearing,
How much control do you have with your fashion on Power?
100%. Like I'm like Monet's
'Cause it
not
looks
wearing
like
that.
you.
Monet's not wearing that. Monet's not wearing that. She's not wearing
It's
it.
you.
Yeah,
it's
no.
you.
And to keep it a buck, her body is sick. Out here killing 20-year-olds with that body.
Wait,
Thank you.
Speaking of that, we have a mutual friend, Mark Jenkins.
Oh man, Mark was my very first trainer.
He was my very first trainer
training me
also.
when I was young.
So I hope I don't get him in trouble, but he told me something about you. And
Oh
it's-
shit, what is that?
He said that when he used to train you, that you used to have to watch The Price is Right.
Yo, I still watch the.
Yes, I love that.
But wait, why am I still watching The Price
Nah,
is Right?
I love The Price is Right. Shout out to Mark. Oh, another fun fact. Mark said that you and I are his only two clients when I actually worked out with
Who
him.
never threw up.
Who never threw up. What?
I'm already knowing.
How'd you know that?
Because he always say, "Yo, you never threw up, Mary. You, I can't get you to throw up. No, you can't get me to
Because
throw
he
up
goes
because
hard.
you want me to throw up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna do
and
it."
he checked me. He was just like, I was like, I go to the bathroom on the first workout. He's like, you gotta throw up? I was like, no, I don't gotta throw up.
Right.
I just want to put some water in my face. He was like, you sure? I came out. He's like, you threw up? I was like, no. He's like, you were married.
Do you still
That's
work
crazy.
out like that? Crazy?
Yes, I do real hard.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I do.
Where do you find that energy from? But I look at you,
Somewhere.
I'm like, yo, Mary body is sick. When I saw her on the stage at Super Bowl,
Nah, I was watching too. I was like,
like,
damn. Same time.
yeah, them
Thank
young
you.
boys on it. Them young boys
What?
still on it, huh, Mary?
Listen.
You gotta fight them off. You single now
Listen.
too? You outside.
I'm chilling,
I'm chilling.
I love it.
working hard.
All right. Well, listen, they Thank you so much for stopping by.
much.
It's the legendary, it's the queen, it's Mary J.
Thanks for
Blige,
having me,
everybody.
Mary, we
Thank
love
you
you,
so
Mary.
much for coming.
I love y'all too.
Please get some rest, because I know you're
Oh,
tired.
yup. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
She working.
It's Hot 97. And Trends, let's get some new
Yeah,
stuff off
let's
the
get it
album.
on, let's get it on.
go.